MGM Resorts against survivors of the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history is drawing outrage. The company claims it cannot be held financially liable
before the Major League Baseball All-Star game, but play started without any delay.
A lawsuit by MGM Resorts against survivors of the worst mass shooting in modern U.S. history is drawing outrage. The company claims it cannot be held financially liable for the Las Vegas massacre last October. Its lawsuit against hundreds of survivors seeks to have a federal judge throw out their claims against MGM and stop new ones. Jerika Duncan shows us how an obscure law that could bolster MGM's case is playing out. Jerika, good morning.
Good morning. Very interesting story here. The MGM, they own the Las Vegas concert venue where the October shooting took place. Now, it also owns the hotel from which the gunman opened fire, killing 58 people and injuring more than 500. Even so, the company believes it doesn't owe any of the victims a dime.
My first thoughts were, we're probably going to die too.
9 months after the Las Vegas shooting, Lisa Fine's physical injuries have healed, but her emotional and psychological wounds have not. The co-founder of Route 91 Strong, a group of survivors of the concert shooting last October, Fine says MGM's latest legal maneuver makes her feel sick to her stomach.
Feels like bullets are flying at my head right now.
In 2 federal lawsuits filed against hundreds of shooting victims last week, MGM says it cannot be held liable for deaths, injuries, or other damages arising from the shooting. It cites the Safety Act. The law encourages security firms to develop new anti-terrorism measures. In exchange, companies who use those security firms are immune from claims. MGM says it cannot be sued for the shooting because the security firm it hired for the concert was certified under the Safety Act.
This has actually triggered PTSD for a lot of the victims.
Attorney Brian Claypool represents more than 75 survivors. He was also at the music festival when gunman Stephen Paddock opened fire. Claypool argues the Safety Act does not protect MGM.
They are only immunized from liability if there is an act of terrorism.
But MGM was responsible for security at the Mandalay Bay Hotel, where Paddock amassed his arsenal undetected. CBS News legal analyst Ricky Kleeman says MGM's lawyers made a smart legal move, but questions the optics.
If you make the public think that you're suing people or their families who are dead or seriously injured, to me that's a PR disaster.
In a statement, MGM says it hopes its federal court filings will lead to a timely resolution for all the victims. The company claims more than 2,500 people have already sued or threatened to sue them over the shooting. And obviously it doesn't look good, but I think MGM is hoping that with it going to the federal courts, that the DOJ will then use funds from what is called the Crime Victims Fund.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Ricky Kleeman's husband used to say it may be lawful, but it sure looks awful. He's a commissioner. Thank you.